And I want to welcome Congressman Mike Johnson of Louisiana to get his take on the Supreme Court showdown. Hi, Congressman. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, glad to be with you.
So we're getting word that President Trump has narrowed his possible nominee picks down to two women, Judge Amy Coney Barrett and Judge Barbara Lagoa. If it were up to you, who would you pick and why?
Hands down, I would choose Amy Coney Barrett. I'm actually have known her since we were in high school. I've known her for over 30 years. She hails from Louisiana, my home state, and we met way back in the day when we were doing student council and leadership camps. And as I've told the president myself as recently as this past weekend, she has always been the person of the highest moral integrity, somebody of deep conviction, and someone that I think we could all trust to do the right thing in every single case.
And you think she would meet the standards that President Trump has outlined as far as what he's looking for in a nominee?
Yeah, you know, one of the promises he made on the campaign trail in 2016 and since is that when he has an opportunity, he'll appoint a justice that's just like Antonin Scalia. And what I told him, to be very frank, was I said, Mr. President, you can think of Amy Coney Barrett as a female Scalia. She was one of his clerks. She studied the Constitution at the feet of him, the master of it, and she's cut out of the same mold. And I said, this is exactly what you promised the voters, and she'll be that faithful person. She currently serves on the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals, and she's brilliant and trusted and battle-tested.
And Congressman Johnson, there's also this debate happening, and it's not just in D.C., but all across the country about whether the Supreme Court vacancy should be filled before the election or whether it should happen after. Where do you stand on this?
I think it should be filled immediately. We have time before the election. If you look historically over the trends for the last 244 years, and as you just heard Senator Romney say there very accurately, this is the precedent. This is the history, the tradition. When you have a vacancy before a presidential election, the president is the president. His responsibility on the Constitution is to send forth a nominee. And in all 29 cases over the history of this country, when that's happened, the president, whomever he is, has done exactly that. The record is, if you look back at history and tradition, is that nominee, when the president and the majority in the Senate are of the same party, that nominee gets confirmed. And we expect that should happen here, and it'll be a great service to the country.
And as things move along, I want to get your take on a possibility that some have raised. They've been floating this. Now, if Republicans were to some extent, if they were to lose the Senate in November, Mitch McConnell could still push through the president's Supreme Court nominee in a lame duck session. Some are saying that could present a constitutional crisis. What do you think about that?
Oh, not at all. I mean, that would not be unprecedented. There's been examples of that over our history as well. I just think that a lot of the political rhetoric and the hyperbole that we're hearing right now is really out of line, and it's destructive to our institutions because it is driving the American people to this sort of fever pitch where they're not trusting the people involved, they're not trusting the institutions themselves. And if we lose the respect of the Supreme Court, the all-important third branch of government, we're in real trouble in a republic. That's one of the things that's presupposed, that you have to maintain the impartiality and the respect for the court. I think we're endangering that right now, and I think that's to all of our peril.
Congressman Mike Johnson of Louisiana taking the time to speak with us about the Supreme Court showdown that we're seeing unfold here. Thank you so much for your time, Congressman. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.